Today is another day where I pay for my early mistake of misplanning this trip, and we basically have to drive all the way back from Ranfurly to Alexandra.
This morning we wake up in the beautiful Ranfurly holiday park, and the owner of the holiday park, Paul, has suggested us to go visit the Hamilton Cemetery, which is nearby. It's on top of a hill and gives amazing views all around the area, so we can't miss that before leaving Ranfurly. And the trip to the Hamilton Cemetery is another example of how following Google Maps is not always the right option. There is a lot of really good routes that leads to the Hamilton Cemetery, but Google Maps sent us to a really dodgy one. Nonetheless, we're making it to the cemetery all in one piece and are taking the time to read a little bit the signs before making our way toward the cemetery itself. But Laura on the way gets distracted by a group of lovely, very young calf.
New Zealand's biggest industry is the dairy industry, so you're going to see a lot of these little guys as you're traveling around New Zealand. And these little calves are kind of curious, but they're really cute. They keep coming up for a pat each, and it's pretty hard for us to drag ourselves away from them. But we are here to see the Hamilton Cemetery, so here we are, getting ready to see those views. From here we can see the whole Central Otago area. This is going to be the area that we're going to be driving through today. And actually we learned there's a lot of history even behind the cemetery up here as well. The Hamilton Cemetery is actually the only remains of a large town that actually used to be here called Hamilton's. It was here during the gold rush era. There was about 2,000 miners living in the area, and the town had about 25 liquor outlets and 40 stores, but signs of all of that have completely disappeared. We do have a little bit of a nosy at all the gravestones here, and most of them are from the 1800s. There's one gravestone which has a bit of a weird sort of case to it. So apparently a mailman died while delivering mail. So who said that paper cuts can't kill you?
God, don't stand up all at once to upload Laura for that joke. Anyway, we are now leaving the Hamilton Cemetery and we are making our way to the little township of Alexandra. That's the story of today. I did fuck up the itinerary yesterday and the day before yesterday, so we have a lot of backtracking to do. But we're pretty lucky because the drive to there is absolutely stunning. The whole drive takes us through a heaps of little gold mining towns that were established during the Central Otago gold rush back in the 1800s something. And one of the most famous gold mining town in the area was named Ophir. It spells O-P-H-I-R. Go figure out how to pronounce that. Ophir is one of the perfect example of the classic gold town of the Central Otago. It still has a lot of those authentic buildings and has a really cool building which is the Post and Telegraph Office of Ophir. It's probably one of the oldest post shops in the whole country. Although it was built in 1886, it was kept in perfect condition, being repainted throughout the years to make it look really good, and it's a perfect opportunity for us to stop, take a few pictures before heading on the road again.
We're now reaching our final destination of today, which is Alexandra, and we're going to go check out a bit of a walk which involves us going over something called the Shaky Bridge, named because it used to be shaky, but it's not actually that bad.
So today we're making our way all the way up to the Alexandra Clock behind me, but on the way we did spot this beautiful vineyard with a superb view of the clock. So Laura has been here for about 20 minutes taking pictures, and she's gonna keep on going.
We're making our way up to the clock on the hill, which is not only really awesome because there's a giant clock on a hill, but it's also meant to have really awesome views from the top. So we've got a bit of a rugged, steep climb, but thankfully it's super short. And on the way up, I can smell Robin's pasta. Oh, it's a herb, is it?
Oh, what is it?
Is it rosemary?
No.
What is it? Mixed Italian herbs.
Yeah, which one of them? It is not mixed Italian herb from Pakistan, Laura. what you're smelling is actually a leaf.
Yeah. It's not rosemary. Thyme?
Yay!
Woo!
The last section of the climb is quite steep and requires us to go on our knees at some point to climb those really gigantic rocks, but the result at the top is absolutely amazing. Alright, so we finally made it up all the way up to the Alexandra Town Hill Clock.
The clock on a rock.
Behind me, the clock. In front of me, a perfect view. From the top we can see the Old Man Ranch, the Hawk Down Ranch, as well as the Clutha River amongst the many rivers we can spot. And tomorrow we're actually gonna hop on a bike and ride along the Clutha River, so it's really cool to see it from the top and see where we're gonna be going while mountain biking alongside this awesome river. Today was a bit of a mishmash of everything, but that's exactly what driving through New Zealand is, and we hope you loved it.
What a dick.